Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to do my best to review the impact board. So here it claims to have no chips, no braking, and infinity pop. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the graphics on this board. It has a simple layout, but it's a more complicated board than you're probably used to. Alright, so have you guys ever skated a slick deck? One of those decks where you don't really have to wax rails or ledges and the graphic doesn't wear out. Well, this board is like that. So you can slide right away. It's very slick. It's got a clear coat that should hold up a long time and it has a good slide. So one thing I noticed right away, and a lot of the guys at the skate park noticed, is it has a good pop. It's very stiff. So you see that pressure flip there? It's also waterproof, which is good because I spilled my water on it and it froze immediately because there's actually no heat in this skate park, and it's been below zero and in the single digits while I've been making this video. Also, I've been very sick. So let's take a look at their website. So Impact Skateboards in numbers: 2 times longer, smoother slides, 100% chip and waterproof, 2 times more durable, infinity pop, infinity consistency, significant abrasion resistance, and a classic skateboard feel. So it says the Impact XPU deck is a feat of engineering combining advanced materials and technology to deliver unparalleled strength, performance, and durability. So vert lam core inspired by snowboard and ski technology, composite layers, carbon fiber, and fiberglass. Polyurethane edges, so those are impact resistant, flow stick layer, specifically designed surface layer. It ensures smooth, consistent slides. So it says all these elements are expertly merged with epoxy resin in a high pressure lamination process. All right, so we've got some grip tape. We've got this simple graphic with just the name of the company. I kind of like the wood version better, but I didn't get that. I got the carbon version. So it looks like it's saying that the clear version is a prototype. So maybe that's something coming in the future. Is that bamboo? What is that wood? So the only competitor I could think of would be Lithe skateboards. I made a video on those. They have graphics that kind of remind me of like Disorder, you know, Nija Houston's company, or maybe even Darkstar. I don't know if you've seen the Darkstar boards that they put into Walmart, but that's what Lithe's graphics remind me of. So what's popular right now in skateboarding is still making graphics that are ironic, like a child's drawing, like you see on Frog skateboards. They sell really good in our local skate shop because they're cool. Interesting website, very ironic, very childlike. Also hockey. They're going after that horror movie themed. So Pal Peralta goes after those cartoony dragon looking graphics, but not everybody can get away with that. Pal gets away with it because they've been making boards for so long, they have so much recognition in the industry, and they have a really good team. So do I think Impact needs a team of pros? Do I think Impact should try and make ironic graphics like Frog? Not really. I guess it just depends on their target market. Are they aiming for older guys? Are they aiming for like larger guys? So I think they're probably going after older dudes, but PAL has that market locked down pretty good. I think they're leading the industry. So I do believe these Impact decks are significantly better than the PAL flight decks or the Santa Cruz VX decks, but that's kind of the market they're going after. It's kind of hard to sell to kids or teenagers these days. They used to watch Aaron Cairo, now they only watch Gifted Hater, and they can be pretty judgmental on the graphics of a skateboard. As an older guy, I don't really care that much about the graphics on my skateboard. They usually wear off very quickly, but with this board, they don't really wear off. So you're going to keep those graphics for the life of the board. I would ditch the orange color on the edges of the board just because it's too flashy for me personally. I know it's there to draw attention, so you know this isn't a normal deck, that there's something special about it, but I don't want people to know there's something special about my deck. I want to fit in, and I'm trying hard to be myself and yet still fit in and be normal and accepted in skateboarding, and that's not always easy. The reason I'm taking so much time on aesthetics is because I take these videos seriously and I want to make a future video on the durability of the board, but I can't really test that because I haven't had it long enough, and I have been sick this whole time. It's also very cold. So I'm really sick, and I don't know what I have, but I know it's from being out in the cold. So it's been below zero and in the single digits Fahrenheit, and the skate park doesn't actually have any heat. So it feels colder in that skate park than it does outside. I don't mind that at all. Like, I can skate in the cold, but apparently it did mess with my body. So I'm gonna have to make this video, and then once it warms up and some of the snow melts, I'll make another video skating the board outside. I wish I could skate like this, but I gotta get over this, whatever it is. I feel so tired. I've got a headache. I couldn't sleep. I can't breathe. I can barely talk. So yeah, breathing in that cold air really messed me up. So let's spend the rest of this time on performance. It was great for manuals. It felt so stiff and locked in and precise. I think precise is the best word to describe it. It didn't have as much flex as a regular board, probably the stiffest board I've ever been on. Now, the lithe board that I had in the past, I broke skating flat ground doing a fakie varial flip. That's on YouTube. You can look it up. This board feels really stiff. It feels like it's going to be really strong and durable. I saw Aaron Cairo's video where he threw it into the wall a bunch of times and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that because I actually want to skate it for a long time. I just can't waste things like that. So let's take a look at their Instagram. So Ben DeGrow is following them. That is a good sign. They got 6,000 followers. So I got the 1.5 version. Dan Webb's got the 1.4 version. And Aaron Cairo, a long time ago, got 1.1. They've got some images of the different versions. It's light. You know, there's very little I could say negative about it, if anything. It slides good. It has good pop. It's good for flip tricks. Light, stiff. It retains its pop over time. So I got the 8.5 twin tail version of this board. So it's a little steep for me. I usually skate a really flat tail. So for me, I probably would have been better off with the 1.4 version. But they said a lot of people didn't like how flat the tail was on the 1.4. So the 1.5 version was a little bit steeper and definitely stronger. It's reinforced so heavier guys won't break the board. It's supposed to be stronger than anything out on the market, even like these VX decks or the flight decks. So the difference between 1.4 and 1.5 is they just made it stronger. So they identified this vulnerability in 1.4 where it would break with heavier riders under extreme conditions, like right behind the back truck. So they completely redesigned it and fixed that issue. Impact's really good with customer service and just getting back to you really quickly on Instagram. I don't know if they have somebody like working full time replying to the messages on there, but as soon as I ask a question, they answer it. Also, live is like a totally different kind of creation. So it's like a regular skateboard where it's layers glued together. The core in the impact board is like one solid piece, so it's a totally different kind of idea. Personally, I think the board feels pretty good. It feels similar to a regular board, a little bit stiffer. In the mini ramp, that can feel a little strange when you're doing disasters and stuff and there's no give. But other than that, flip tricks and stuff, pressure flips, it's very responsive. The gloss coat is supposed to be very durable. I think it's cool that it's waterproof. Maybe this could be my rain board. So this is the only person I've seen break the board. There definitely used to be a stigma in skateboarding around looking like a jock or looking like you go to the gym. So this guy is similar to my weight, but as you can see, he's got a totally different body type, definitely lifts weights and stuff like that. So I think this is the best video on their whole Instagram because he really does a good job at explaining everything and showing it close up. So this guy's not going easy on this board at all. And he's definitely a heavier guy. I think that's who they're marketing with a board like this because it's significantly stronger than a regular board. So that's the point. It's going to save you money over time because it's going to last longer. It's going to keep its pop longer. Even when it gets a little bit of razor tail, it's still going to have a lot more pop because of all the carbon fiber. fiberglass and all that stuff. So yeah, the deck's gonna be very durable, but it's not indestructible. It's not advertised to be indestructible. I asked them if I could install some skateboard rails, like welcome rails, on the board, and they said yes, but that might mess with how waterproof the deck is. If I'm drilling holes into the wood through all this thick polyurethane clear coat, maybe it wouldn't be waterproof and it might get waterlogged at that point. I think it's interesting that it's manufactured in Poland. I don't know if it's a European company. The person I was talking to called me mate, so I'm thinking they could be Australian. Honestly, I think it's a good deck. A lot of people like steeper decks. A lot of people like twin tails. I've been skating it both ways. I actually moved the Grind King trucks so that I could skate it as a twin tail, but personally, I'm not a big fan of twin tails. I like more of a mellow tail and a steep nose, kind of like hockey boards or even Revive boards or like that. I understand a steeper board's also going to be more durable, stronger. You know, it's not going to break on the tail as easily. I kind of go back and forth when it comes to wheelbase, but right now I like a longer wheelbase. So this is a 14.25 wheelbase. The old version had a size 8.75 and a 9 that actually had a 14.75 wheelbase. Since it is steeper, I've set it up with some lower trucks and some smaller wheels so I can mess with it in the future. I'm going to try to skate it till it gets razor tail and maybe even until it breaks. If I can break it, I'm not sure that I could. The thing about a really strong deck is if you're trying to break it, it might break you before you break it. So I'm excited to skate it with a lower truck and compare it side by side with my normal setup with the Grind King lockers and just see how they are side by side. But honestly, right now, I can barely stand up. I didn't think I was going to make it home from work just because I felt so tired and so dizzy. Not everybody likes flashy orange. Let's make one where it actually looks like wood on the side. It can still be plastic, but it looks like wood. It's a great deck. I just don't want to stand out. My trucks already look like a spaceship, so I don't need any more attention drawn to me. So this deck comes highly recommended. It's a good deck. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Product reviews, how-to videos, just vlog style videos, just what I'm learning as I grow as a skateboarder. Thanks for watching.